Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Kelly from Deep Soul Tarot. Today, happy summer solstice to everyone. Happy Litha who celebrate pagan holiday. We're going to do a reading for the summer solstice celebration. This is a great spread. I love it. I like to actually incorporate into other areas because I loved it. I just did a practice read because it's new to me. And I wish I'd recorded it because that was an awesome read. There was some really good energies in it. But let's hope that this next one will have the same energies. So, for those of you, I have some brief notes on the summer solstice, just to give us a little, for some people who aren't familiar with it. And for those who are familiar, the pagan holiday for the summer solstice is called Litha, Litha. But some of you may be aware of that. But anyways, but you can incorporate this reading and these energies in your life regardless of your spiritual background, whether you're pagan or not. You know, if you're Christian and you have some other beliefs, you're non-denominational, and you can still use these, just so you know. So I'm going to timestamp this, so just tell you ahead that this is going to be some, just say brief general information, not too long, and then I'll get into the reading, but I will timestamp it for people who don't want to hear all this background. So for those who don't know, the summer solstice is the longest day of the year. There's a lot of energy on that day. It's the beginning of summer. And for most people, everyone looks forward to summer, and you can pretty much feel the energy when summer starts. You get that energy for spring also, but summer, there's something about summer for most people that it just brings a whole sense of freedom and happiness and energy. Okay, so the summer solstice, or Litha, is a time for inner power and brightness. It's a spiritual battle between light and shadow that culminates in the perfect balance of day and night. So it's like a perfect balance of everything just feels like it's right in your life, you know. And but sometimes we need to work on things, and we can do that with this reading here, which I like about this. So the summer solstice reminds us to turn inward and find the nourishment needed to grow and evolve. A time to pause and wait for the energy planted in the spring to reach full bloom. So the spring is all about action. You plant new seeds, things start to, or maybe you plant them in the late winter, like it's in the beginning of spring, but through spring things start to bloom, but they're not at the full potential. And then summer is a time of patience and just wait for these things to culminate and grow, if that makes sense. For those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, or you're not subscribed, just subscribe and join the tribe if you haven't already. And if you do like these kind of readings, these readings for the solstice and the moon readings and things like that, smash this like button. So I smash that like button, not this like button. So I know, that gives me a little feedback, so I know you like this reading, and I'll continue to do these kind of things. I love doing these. I am going to be doing, I believe, I started off in the beginning doing a thing called Daily Dish, which was basically food for thought for the day. And so for the summer, I'm going to start in July doing that. It's going to be a very short, it's going to be released, I believe, in the earlier mornings, but it'll be available, obviously, all day, and they're timeless. This is timeless also, just so you know. And it's just going to be a little brief, maybe, I'm going to take between 10-15 minutes reading, just to give you some guidance for each day of the week. And then Fridays, I'm going to do weekend energies. So we'll do Monday through Thursday, and then Friday will be a culmination. So the Friday, Saturday, Sunday energies. Okay? So the symbolism for the summer solstice is light, bountiful harvest. In many cases, those good feelings that always seem to accompany summertime, and we all know what that is. A lot of us have our own feelings about it. But the colors for the summer solstice, if you want to decorate your house or put predominantly these colors or wear these colors, yellow, green, gold, and red. Very powerful colors, bold, powerful colors. And I just jotted down some symbols. The sun, roses, honeybees, sunflowers, sand and water, lightning bugs. Now, lightning bugs I'm in California, I'm on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, I know my mom's family lived in Pennsylvania, or some of them are still there, but my grandmother's passed away. But I remember when I was really young, we went to visit, they had the lightning bugs, but when I went back as an adult, I didn't see them anymore. So I don't know, tell me down in the comments if you're from the East Coast, if you still have lightning bugs. But it's really cool, you sit out, it's warm, you're sitting outside, and the little lightning bugs are out there, and I thought it was pretty cool. But one of the main rituals that you can do for the summer solstice, for Litha, is, and a lot of people do this in summer, it's a summer thing, but the beginning of summer, is have a bonfire. And I think that is the best way to celebrate. Tonight, if you have an opportunity to go get some friends together and go build a bonfire and just sort of celebrate the beginning of summer and the energy it's going to bring, and the energies from like this reading, I would do that. Or if you have like a backyard fire pit, I do not have access to that, but if I did, I would be doing it. All right, so this is a general read, I'm going to say. So it may not resonate for all of you, but just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I do, however, feel with this type of reading that I'm going to be doing, I believe there are messages in here throughout the reading that can help every single individual. So I would encourage you to watch the whole video if you can, and if you can't, save it and watch the rest of it or revisit it just to kind of reiterate some of the energies that come up. Okay, you should do that with most videos, because many times, or all videos, because even if it doesn't resonate in the beginning, many times throughout the reading the energies can shift and there's a message that can be there at the end. All right, and if you don't want to miss, if you like this content and you don't want to miss any of these readings, just smash the like button, but smash that subscribe button. There's like a little button, I think it's over here. It says 1111, a circle with 1111 in it. And just hit that, and you can subscribe, and then readings pop up on your feed when I upload things, and you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Especially, I like doing these special ones for like the moon, and I just did a new moon reading, so you might want to check that out too. Okay, let's go. Here we go. We're going to start now. All right. This is a timeless read, so I'm basing this energy on June 21st, today, 2023. But this energy can apply anytime that you watch it. So if you come across it past the summer solstice, and it may see if it's even winter or next summer solstice, this energy can still apply. These messages can still apply, okay? I just want that to be clear, because time is an illusion. And energy is fluid. So these things can happen. Everyone's yelling out there. Maybe they're celebrating Litha too. Bear with me, because like I said, this is a new reading. A new reading for me, or a new spread, I mean. And I really liked what I saw, so I decided to use it. All right, well, I don't even know if the bottom of the deck applies here, but the overall energy basically is holding on to something that you may want to get rid of. And for many of you, by doing that, is going to inspire you in different ways, or you may be inspired to get rid of something. Maybe this reading will help you inspire to get rid of something, but it's going to really open up your creative juices and energy a new beginning of energy that you may not have had before. Okay, here we go. So this is called your bright core. This is what fuels you. Family gatherings. I'm hearing gatherings. You love being around those you love, whether it be family, friends. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's happy. Even the dogs are here, kids, grandparents, everybody's involved. This is what fuels you. So own this. If this is something that helps you this summer, with the summer solstice in this summer, embrace those opportunities to spend time in these gatherings with friends and family that mean the most to you, that make you feel good, It's that feel-good energy. Okay, Number two. Sorry, I'm trying to see it. It's written very small. This is how you express yourself the best. This energy is a lot different than the one I did. With the Seven of Wands, you express your energy best when you are given the freedom to do your own thing. You don't really like restrictions. You don't like people telling you what to do. You don't like strict rules. So, for example, if you're at a job that has a 9-to-5 job, say, that has, all these strict rules, you prefer a job that maybe, for many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, that has a little bit more freedom, where you don't have to feel like you defend. If you're wearing a certain shirt, maybe they're very open-minded people. You prefer open-minded and individualistic people, and jobs that allow you, and just any circumstance that allows you to be yourself. And you're a person who will do that. You will stand your ground. But this is how you express yourself best, is when you're not having to deal with defending how you think what you do. I mean, unless you're doing something against the law. Now, come on, let's get real here, right? All right. So this is where we're going to get insight into an issue that may come in the summer. So this is the summer solstice, but interesting. This is so different. The energy here is so different than the one I did before for the collective. I mean, I just did one before just to get see if I like the spread, and I did, and it's so different. You're gonna have some people interfere or competition in a certain issue, particularly in July. I mean, the summer goes all the way through to fall, but being this is the summer solstice, I'm focusing kind of like on the next 30 days from the summer solstice into the end of July. So think of this kind of as your July little notebook that you can go in. It's going to be whatever it is you are going to try to do in July. It may not even be people. It could just be circumstances that they're not going to be big things. They're going to be those annoying little petty, like let's say you're taking a trip and then you call the airport to confirm your flight or whatever, or you get to the airport and it's been delayed, or you have to go on a different day. And although that sucks, it's not going to kill you. It sucks. But there's a resolution there. So you're going to have things that may pop up that are going to be annoyances to you. All right. Well, let's see. I'll get back to that. But here's how you can shine and get out of your own way. Page of Wands. Think of this with all the obstacles that may happen, with even if you have to defend your position as an adventure. It's just another mountain to cross. It's just another road to go down. Another, there's a bump in the road. You either ride over it or you find another road. Maybe there's a blockage in the road. You find another road. You find a way around it. And like I said, they're not big things. The Five of Wands are not big, huge. It's not like a tower moment. The Tower card. It's little annoyances, whether it be people, it could be co-workers, friends, family, circumstances that happen. And that's going to be your issue for the upcoming, the month of July, possibly through the summer. But we're going to focus on the next 30 days. The Page of Wands is a message of hope, but it's a message of, I'm hearing that it may be a communication problem. There may be a miscommunication that happens. And that makes all the energy kind of wacky. And it could have to do with a vacation, a trip. You're going to get some sort of message, letter. Again, like I said, it could be a delay in, if you're going on a trip in July, if you're planning a summer vacation, be prepared, because you may have, and Mercury is not in retrograde. That usually happens. Saturn's in retrograde. But, so Saturn in retrograde, just as a side note, is, Saturn is kind of all about like order and what have you. It's kind of karmic energy. And in retrograde, it goes backwards. So it gives you the opportunity to deal with some karmic things. The karmic lessons are going to come back to you that maybe have not been resolved, and they're going to come back to you in a way that gives you a chance to work through it. And that could be what this is, with the Saturn in retrograde. And that's going to be in retrograde until November, so we got a while to get through that. And I'm going to do a reading on that as well, just about Saturn and Saturn in retrograde in general, and the energies that we're feeling at the time, that are coming at that time. But with the Page of Wands, it's some sort of communication, or maybe you haven't been communicating with somebody and you might need to. Okay, but that's how you can get out of your way, is to open the lines of communication. And if something's not working out, say, maybe I misunderstood, but I thought you said blah blah blah, and my understanding was it was this. Can we sit down and have a conversation so I can figure out what is, or if it's the airlines, you can say, listen, I need to know when I can rebook this flight, or when my next flight can be, because I booked this vacation, and it's about communication, and I do feel it will be resolved. Okay, so for those of you who are freaking out, going, oh crap, there goes our vacation. Okay. So we are on what you bring to others when you're most true self. Hierophant. Well, that's interesting. So you're all about tradition. I'm hearing old school. It's all mine. Tradition, and you like to do. And this is a card of, would you bring your true self to others? Just for some, this is a Taurus card, so this may be directed at the Taurus out there. When you're most true, you stick to your morals and values. Although you like the flexibility of your freedom, which is an interesting combination here, because you don't like to be told what to do. But you do like having certain guidelines. So again, there's no miscommunications. You like to know, I think it's more for yourself. You like to implement this on yourself. It's some sort of order that you bring for yourself. So, in other words, if you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you promise to do something, you do it. And you expect that of others as well. What you give to others, you expect them to give to you. That's what I mean by morals and values and guidelines. It's not so strict that there's no bending or, a little adjustment. But it's like, hey, you told me you were going to be here on Saturday at 11, and it's now 12:30, and we're supposed to do blah, 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 and where are you? And the person, oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, it's about respect. Respecting other. So you bring that to others. You bring respect to others and that dedication and those morals and values to others, and in turn you expect them to reciprocate and do that for you. Does that make sense? But do more of that. So if somebody does, act like a slacker and not honor their commitment to you, and you have done in the past with that particular person, you can point that out and say, listen, when you needed me remember a couple of weeks ago when you said you needed me to help you to move, and you asked me to be there at 10, I was on time and I was there to help you. I would appreciate if you would do the same for me. You don't have to be mean about it. It's about communication. It's how you deliver the message is what I'm saying. All right? And just so you know, the Page of Wands has a lot of energy. So whatever they're wanting to communicate, they're going to be honest and forthright about it. But they also have the energy of, let's get past this and let's just move forward. Let's do this. Let's get past this miscommunication or whatever this is. Communication gap. Maybe one person's younger than older and older. Okay, I'm getting excited about this. Sorry. Okay, this is what they call your ancient light. This is what you want to leave behind, okay? As from the summer solstice, from today on, this is what we're going to leave behind. All right, justice. We're going to leave that bad karma behind. Justice is very much about karma and the truth. And the justice card is looking back at the evidence on how you've conducted yourself and your life and being brutally honest about it. It's all about the truth. And if anything in your life is out of balance or wasn't quite working, this is the time to take a look at that and balance the scales back out. And you're going to know if there are things in your life that saying, yeah, I knew I shouldn't have this or that. The Justice card is the bold truth. And the truth is the truth. The universe is going to know if you've learned those karmic lessons or not. You can lie to yourself all you want, but the universe knows. And so what this is saying is you're going to want to leave anything that is not true to you and those untruths, those ways of life that just don't align with your true higher self. You're going to leave that in the past. That's the past. Now it's time. It's almost like you've had your court date. The evidence is shown, A, B, and C. Now this is what you maybe you didn't learn some lessons. You may have to go through them again. But you're done with the court date, and now you've gotten your sentence, and now it's time to move forward. Okay, that's my past, and this is the decision that was made. Now it's time to move forward. I'm going to move forward in a more truer path for myself and my situation to balance out the scales. All right. So then we're going to. This is what you can learn from your past. Interesting. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Two things I heard when I saw the card. The first thing I heard was work ethic. Now I'm not sure because you have the Pentacles here, and you have the Pentacles here. Oh, now I'm hearing another thing. Slow down, Spirit. I'm hearing your work ethic. Maybe you haven't been the best at work ethic. Because, excuse me, if you don't like having rules and regulations put on you, which most people don't, however, you may be in a job that requires that. And you're just going to have to work on yourself to work on those skills to just adhere to any rules that they may have. You know, it's the job. Either that or maybe you need a different job. But then I also heard working on yourself. Think about those patterns that you have. You know, there's this card to me a lot of times can signify the Einstein rule theory, that you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. You're going to have to be honest about the things in your life, patterns, behaviors that may just be something like communication. Maybe you're not the best communicator, and that's something you may need to work on. Be honest about it though, because that's going to help you in the long run. And you can learn from that. So things in the future, there won't be miscommunications. Now I forgot the other thought that came. Maybe working on relationships. But that stuff you can learn from your past. Then maybe if you are really honest with yourself about some of the behaviors that you may repeat, if you look back in your life and say, I always do this one thing, and I always wondered why all this happened to me all the time when I did this. But now I know why, because I keep doing the same thing. It may be time to switch it up and work on something, work on something else. Or work on yourself in a way that maybe this doesn't become as much of a problem, the rules and regulations, even though you thrive on that, on the freedom, or find another job. Maybe start researching and looking into another job that can help you have that freedom in your job. Okay, we have, Did I skip one? No, I didn't. Your higher self. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm following it. I'm sorry. It's hard when you're trying to do a new spread. Your higher self message for today is, this came in the last one, is you want to give to other parts of your life that you may be neglecting. Family, maybe you're involved in work. Maybe be honest about that. Maybe you're always at work, and that's what's imbalanced in your life. If you are an Earth sign, Taurus, this is a Libra card. If you are a person who's a workaholic, even if you don't have family, sometimes you can be so focused on work, projects, school, things that are important, but sometimes they become more important to certain people. Some people are workaholics, and that's not a good balance in life, because then you start neglecting yourself. You neglect your health. You neglect your friends. You neglect your family. You're not spending as much time as you used to. And you're going to know in your life, you're going to know what that is. And this is all about balance too. But so there's the summer month of July in particular, with the summer solstice and moving forward, is learning how to balance your life in a way that you have equal time for each part of your life, your emotional life, social life, emotional life, your home life. Maybe some things, your books, maybe you don't get to read, maybe communicating with people, maybe be more grounded. You can pick and choose what you know in your life that is going to mean that to you. But your higher self is giving you a message of pay attention to what you're giving your time and energy to, what you may be putting too much focus on, whatever it is. Maybe you're just someone who likes to watch a lot of TV or something, and you're watching sports. Guilty. I don't have a TV, but if I did, I'd be watching sports. And sometimes you can get so into watching that or programs. You look in your life, be honest about your life, and pick that out. Okay? Now, this is what your higher self wants you to do more of in the future. Judgment. And that sounds kind of harsh when you hear the word judgment. It's interesting because judgment's almost kind of like a karma card in a way too. Judgment and justice to me go hand in hand. There's a lot of, you notice there's no emotion here. There are no cups here. There are no swords here. It's all pentacles and wands. So what I'm hearing specifically for a lot of the collective right now, summer solstice and moving forward, You are either a workaholic or you keep yourself busy all the time, but you are neglecting your emotional self or the people who you're emotionally connected to, relationship, again, family, friends, that kind of thing, your social life. And I'm also hearing that you're not giving yourself any time to actually just think, to just be, you know? And the swords is all about communication and intellect and learning. And I'm hearing that there may be some things about yourself you may not be aware of that you could really learn. You may be a great hard worker. Maybe you make some good money and you've had a lot of energy for that. But you have no cups and no swords. We have none of that here. And I don't know, maybe I'll go back and watch this and take some advice from this too. Maybe I'm doing the same thing. More likely I probably am. Focusing on, and I'm sure I do. And I'll sit there because this applies to me too. I'm not above this. This applies to me too. But the Judgment card, that's what I'm saying this. The reason I say that is because the Judgment card is, we're nearing the end of a cycle. The summer solstice to me is, spring is now over and we're going into the summer. And the summer is about, although it is about, we have to work, we have to pay the bills. It's about taking the energy we have, using some of that energy for things that will fuel our passions, our joys in life. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. This is the theme of this reading, I'm hearing. And the Judgment card is saying, hopefully by this reading, this will be the aha moment that opens your eyes and you're like, holy mother of pearl. Kelly in Deep Soul Tarot was right. Spirit was right. I just interpreted the message. That's true. This reading was true. This energy was true. That I do too much of this. And if it's not work, think about something. Maybe it's just projects at home. Maybe you're trying to avoid something in your life. Maybe you have some sort of emotional void. Maybe you're lonely or you've lost a love that you had and you're feeling some void in you. This channel is all about soul searching. So when I give these messages, my messages, and I'm going to reformat the channel. Some things I'm going to phase out. I do love readings, but I'm not sure about those anymore. We'll see. I may just I don't know. We'll see. But I really want to do more soul searching stuff, which is going to help everybody in every aspect of their life. And that's what this channel was originally started for, was to do some soul searching and really think about things in our life that affect us in ways we may not even realize. And that's the good thing about shadow work, which I'm going to start. My internet is not reliable right now. I'm using the hotspot on my phone to do these readings, and I have to be very careful. I don't use any of the energy on my phone, the data that I do have, for anything else, because once that data's gone, I don't have any internet. And so I'm going to pick and choose important readings right now, but I'm going to start doing shadow work. All right, so if you're interested in that, do subscribe, join the tribe. Okay, so this is the energy that I have for you, but this hopefully is an aha moment. If it's not, sit down and think about your life, and that aha moment's going to come to you, because once you realize, you're going to see the light. You're going to come out of that cocoon that you've been in, and those blinders, I need to work, I need to make money, I need to make my life secure. Yeah, sure, you need to do that, but you're missing some balance. You're focusing too much on something financial or work-oriented, even if it's just projects or something here. And although this is Pentacles, the 10 is the ultimate balance between everything. You have a certain part of your life is for work, a certain part of your life is for emotional, socialization, self-care, family. It's all about maybe spending time thinking, communicating with people. This is all about balance and following your passions. This is not just about work. This is about home life. This is about things that make you feel secure, that make you feel happy. This is everything all in one. And this is some sort of, when you get to the 10 of Pentacles, there's some sort of lesson that you are learning here to move on to the next chapter, the next phase of your life, which is the summer. So I'm going to be doing zodiac reads for July. So if you're not part of the tribe, subscribe so you can get better notified when that happens. If you are a Cancer, cusp of Leo, as I am, I'm doing cusp readings, and that will be coming out in July because this is Cancer Leo season. So hit that subscribe button and you pick and choose what you want to watch. And do smash that like button for me. I would appreciate it. It helps my channel, supports my channel, and it also gets the message out to other people. YouTube will promote the video and put it out so other people who may need this may get the message. So hitting that smash button, think of it as a tip for me, a simple little tip, boop, and you're also helping other people. All right? Thank you so much, my beautiful tribe. And for those who joined, thank you so much for joining. Love to have you as part of the tribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. And I will be doing some Saturn energies, Saturn retrograde, and again, some collective readings to give us some more ideas. And then I'm going to be doing, check out July Daily Dish in the morning. If you're a person, it's going to be available all day, so if you can't watch it in the morning, just, if you're subscribed, look for it on the channel or whatever. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I will see you again. All right, everybody, love you. Have a beautiful summer. Peace out. Oops, I'm hitting buttons.